Sorry, I didn't realize that was so loud. Something must have changed. Eh, regardless. Off we go. Now we just have to wait for folks to get here and we're good to go. Somebody's camping the ogres, it looks like. Neat. Okay, Grimoire, Vampiric Embrace, and we're going to head over to Northern Corona. Thank God we still got So at least. Yes, high quality bearskin, that's what we're looking for. Night's starting off well. Don't know yet, Danny. Still have to meet up. I might have to adjust something real quick. I was messing around again. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, bugger. Bear with me just a second. I'm going to have to adjust something. It'll fire right back up. Just hang tight. Okay, we should be back. You're at the EC tunnel. I guess the smart thing to do right now, Danny, would be to go over to WC, where the Druid Ring is, and just hang tight until everybody gets on. Bear in mind, Gathorn's just waking up. It's very early in the morning for him, so we have to be patient. And he's very cranky in the morning. So your brother wants to play on the red server, huh? Hope he knows what he's getting himself into. There's our split paw assassin. I'm gonna grab an extra skull just to have one. Well, maybe he'll have fun with that. I don't know. I just know it's bloody difficult to get anything done on the red server, especially if you're playing by yourself, if you don't have like the support of a guild or something. Insanely difficult. Now fortunately the low population plays to your advantage, because you can actually find a nice quiet corner somewhere where nobody else is around and get something done, but it's so hard to solo EverQuest. It's not like Asheron's Call where you can solo basically the entire game. And especially in this era, soloing is problematic. I have a notification on YouTube and it's really driving me nuts. I want to check it. I'm one of those. Alright. Couldn't take it anymore. Big bright red 1 was staring at me and I had to switch the tabs. Ooh, named. There's a named bear, a named lion, and a named wolf in the Karanas. Each one drops a pelt. Nobody knows what they're for. Nobody's ever found a quest. That they're used in. Superb bear hide. Caldic, what's going on? Excuse me. On GURPS. Very nice. That's a system, boy. When you make a GURPS character, you have a complete character. Nice, very good. Interested to see how it works out for you. Isn't that nice? Highland lion? Yes, it is. We need one of those. They drop money hides. God, see, that's the cool thing about GURPS. By the time you're done with character generation, there are no questions left about who your character is. It's such the character generation system in GURPS is so involved. No touchy. You no touchy. Where's the guards? There they are. Yeah, they still don't like me. Jesus Christ, how many gnolls do I have to kill before the guards like me? He can teleport. An epileptic. Epileptic Indian with a PhD that can teleport. Very interesting. The Gaming Life logo that's scrolling up there, or rotating on the top corner there. Are doing tabletop gaming also, reviews and product testing and whatnot, and just got the go-ahead to test the new Vampire Masquerade. I don't remember if that's the title or not. It might be Requiem. I don't know. And there was this big, not fight, but I want to do it. No, I want to do it. No, I want to do it. I wasn't really too keen on doing it because it's D20, but is that our boy? Nanamoose. Oh, thanks, gamer. Appreciate the attention. Sleep well if that's what your plans are, and thanks for stopping by. Always a pleasure. Yeah, we used to do a lot of White Wolf gaming back in the day. Every Sunday night. I'll go over here to the Combine camp and unload some of my loot. Is that a werewolf? Yeah, it is. He's going to be despawning soon. Sun's coming up. Well, maybe we can kill him before he does. This little bastard. Oh god, is that what it is? Who sells food and drink here? I guess that's it. What I really need is water. Oh, here's ports. Come on now, I know somebody here sells water. Oh, yeah, right there. How the hell do I have so much water? Okay, guess I didn't need water after all. Guess who has the name of Guck? Well, the town does, doesn't it? Unless there's an individual with it. You always have to keep your eyes open when you're here. King of Guck. How the hell did you get that name? Ah. Surprised they let you have it, to tell you the truth. P99's kind of strict about the naming policy. Well, not horribly so. Ah. That's funny. Some bitch ditched me here. We're just waiting for everybody to gather together. I don't know if Thompson's joined us tonight or not. I think he's otherwise occupied. Actually, I don't think Wolf is on either. Which decade has been my favorite? Kind of fond of this one, actually. Project 1999. Celtic. The blue server. It's an emulator. Emulated server. Not a private server. Necromancer. I think for Necromancer you want to dump everything into intelligence. Your melee class is... well, no, it might be stamina for Necro. Usually it's intelligence for a caster class. But I think Necro's the exception, where they dump everything into stamina. There you go. There you go. Anonymous knows better than I do. He plays caster classes much more. 60s? I was just born at the tail end of the 60s. So I can't really comment on the 60s because I was a bit young. Like newborn. In fact, my dad had to miss Woodstock because I was busy being born. Well, I was just born. It was on the 13th. And, yeah. And I know in just about any of the melee classes, Danny, you want to dump everything into stamina because and the reason for that is because stamina is the hardest stat to raise. with gear. Strength is easy. Everything has strength on it. I think Gathorn's on his way to pick you up, though. Where are y'all going? Well, we were going to go to Splitpaw to get a ruby for Wolf, but I don't think Wolf's on tonight, so we probably just going to go over to Inithul Swamp to get the second ruby we need for the Jeweled Skull quest, and then tomorrow night we're going to do all the turn-ins. I like the late 90s, you know, the whole grunge movement, musically speaking, but other than that, there wasn't really all that much going on in the 90s, you know. I don't know, for me at least. I'm a very big fan of technology. Danny, what's your character's name? Kazgook. Okay, Thorn's in WC somewhere. Probably at the Druid Ring. I'm making my way down. No, why am I even doing that? So we don't have to go there. We have to go to Inithul. Big fan of contemporary stuff, Lido. To answer your question, I like the emerging technology. I'm, well, obviously a big fan of the whole computer thing. Oh, okay, Danny, that's cool. That's cool too. Gathorn and I will head over to Inithul and get that second ruby. Then who knows what we'll do. We'll figure it out from there. Oh, he did? Yeah. He'll be happier, at least until he figures out the game, and he realizes how difficult it is to solo beyond level 10. You should make gnomes. Gnomes. Make gnomes. It's mandatory that you make gnomes. Cloth and short sword, yeah. Oh. What the hell's going on here? Okay. As many gnolls as I killed, you'd think the guards here would like me. As much time as I spent in High Pass, you'd think the guards here would like me. But no. And all the time I spent in Splitpaw. They still glare at me threateningly. Bastards. This is very much a min-max character. It was made for a very specific purpose. It was kind of twinked at the very beginning. Level 1, it had a full set of Krusty. It was a community project. A bunch of people got together and helped create this character. Normally I don't do that. My first character was a Wood Elf Warrior, or Half Elf Warrior, or something like that. Very obviously not the ideal choice for a warrior if you're going to be tanking. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I deleted him though. I have a Gnome Warrior now, but he's only level 1. Really just made him to hold some gear. Yeah, sounds like the neighbors are smoking weed. Excuse me. Oh. I very seldom smoke anymore. Get too muddled anymore. If you're, Danny, if you're exiting Befallen, you're in WC. Yeah, live is just commons, common lands, but the Fallen is in WC. Or the entrance to Befallen is in WC. Oh, it's just a lion. It's just a plain old lion. I'm not gonna go out of my way for a plain old lion. ODing on weed. He took too many marijuanas. I actually heard a pharmacist say that, if you can believe that. Oh, excuse me. Do they know that they're being dosed with edibles? Because that's a felony. I can imagine. I can imagine. It's always funny being around people their first time. I feel dizzy. It'd be even funnier if you used LSD. Yeah, it was. It was popular when I was younger too. Used to do quite a bit of that. Quite a bit. And then we had a like a class reunion kind of thing. It wasn't an official class reunion. It was just a bunch of us guys that used to hang around from back in the day. We all got together when I moved back to Pennsylvania, and I tried it again after having not done it for many years. And I found out you can't do that when you get to be my age. It took me 3 days to get recover. That was it. There were no exciting stories to tell or anything. It was I've done it so many times. It's not. I don't get super excited about it anymore. Oh. But it took so much out of me. Good lord. No, I've never had one. Never had one. If I was in a bad mood, I just didn't partake. I wasn't in the right frame of mind. I didn't bother doing it. Because if like you're all bummed out and depressed, or not that I very often am in that frame of mind, but you know, if I ever was in that frame of mind, and I just wouldn't drop. Seen people have bad trips. One kid that was it was his first time and he got super paranoid. He was very paranoid to begin with, and then he dropped and super paranoid, driving everybody nuts because we were all having a good time, just laughing, joking, enjoying the ride, and then he's just back there just chittering away. So we took him down the middle of town, kicked him out of the car, and drove off. Just left him downtown. No idea whatever happened after that. It was for his own good. You need to learn the harsh realities of life. And another buddy of mine, went apeshit on his mom's car. Took a pocket knife to the upholstery and just shredded it and busted out windows, and it was just a really bad thing. But no, I've never personally had that happen. I don't dare get too close to the druid ring. It was some kid who really had no business. The first one was some kid who really had no business doing it in the first place. He just wasn't one of those people, you know. Very clean cut, very straight laced, from a good, respectable family, had a future ahead of him. The rest of us were just a bunch of degenerates. But, so he learned a valuable lesson. From what I gather, he made it home okay. His parents were none too happy. But they didn't know what, he wasn't drunk or anything, you know, obviously. So they didn't know what the hell was going on. They thought he was just having, I don't know, something. This was back in the 80s. Yeah, it was amusing. Wagon? Oh yeah, holy shit, yeah, I guess it dropped 621 frames. Keep an eye on that. A bear. Having a lot of issues lately. I might need to reinstall the operating system again. I gotta stop tinkering with shit is the problem. Can't help it. That's why I like Linux. Linux is very tinkerable. But when you start tinkering with Windows, things start going bad. Ouch, ouch. There was a... Be right back. Dragon ass tonight. Where's the cat? Okay, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, some of the post. Sorry about that. I'm apparently having network issues tonight. Well, we'll muddle through. If it goes down, it goes down. Really curious to see if I can stream on Linux, since I'm only going to be doing EQ for the foreseeable future. And it runs just fine through Wine. I'm really curious, because there's a native There's a native OBS for Linux. And that's really all I need. Into the swamp, there we go. That'll probably run through wine also. A lot of stuff will, you just have to tinker with it a little bit. I just posted that in case anytime I come across these Humble Bundle deals, I try to post them in the groovy section. Of the Discord. Gaming Life has a bot that will pull a lot of that stuff and then post it on their Discord. So I like to share. Membership has its privileges. There's a name troll that we have to kill, level 32 shaman. Blind. She did. And then we wait for one more. Sorry about the stream issues tonight, folks. Looks like I just dropped some more. Might have to call this a little early. I am really curious to see how it plays out, though. I don't mind killing trolls, because the trolls and the ogres don't like each other, so ain't no big deal. Damn, 40% into the level. Okay, yeah. The administration is trying to very carefully vet these folks. I started commenting on it a little bit ago. Somebody posted a cartoon about one of the memes, you know, blaming Trump for breaking up these families and whatnot. So, you know, I commented on it and said the main reason why they're doing this is because during the Obama administration, when they were doing the exact same thing, thousands of children were lost to human traffickers because they were claiming that they were their kids, and then they were, you know, of course, selling them into slavery and whatnot. So, you know, the Trump administration is trying very carefully not to allow that to happen again. The comment that I made. And of course, the very first response was, "You got proof for that? You got proof for that?" I didn't even have to do anything. Everybody just dogpiled on them, just throwing link after link after link after link, showing how all these kids were just disappeared. Thousands of them. But you never heard about it on the news. Never. Funny. They spend like a couple hours, long enough to do the paperwork in these, processing centers. And then they're moved into the dormitories, where the accommodations are much more comfortable. Beds, hot meals, food, clothing, sanitation facilities, the whole 9 yards. My view on the situation is the people are coming here illegally, plain and simple. There's a process involved. If you're seeking asylum, you go to an embassy, and then you're vetted accordingly. You don't just pile a bunch of people onto a boat and go into the country. Technically, that's an act of war. That's a small-scale invasion of our sovereign nation. Now I know it's kind of hypocritical for us to be complaining about stuff like that, and we don't. And it's the United States. We're not going to intentionally bring harm to children. We do value children. So we're taking the steps necessary to ensure that their safety is priority number one. And that means making sure that the people that are bringing them here are in fact their parents and not somebody trying to sell them into slavery or whatever. Don't want to make that mistake again. It's honestly, if anybody listens to legacy media anymore, you're just being ridiculous. They're going to lie. They're going to massage the truth. They're not news agencies anymore. They're propaganda outlets. That plain and simple. And they're failing as a result of it. They're losing money hand over fist. They're having to do massive layoffs. Their time has come and their time has passed. We have better options available now, for the time being, until the EU passes their legislation and silences everybody. Copyright legislation. And large chunks of the world's population are going to be separated from factual news sources. Well, she is. She's a wretched human being. Horrible human being. Nasty, vulgar, disgusting. Just, Never apologize, never retract. When you're dealing with this mentality, the progressive mentality, the minute you apologize, you admit fault. And as soon as you admit fault, they pounce. You stand by everything you say, as long as what you say is something that you truly believe. It's like, well, PewDiePie, when he has his little snafus, he apologizes, and that's the worst thing you can do. As Coach Redpill had a very interesting, not necessarily saying I agree with it, but a very interesting outlook on Trump and his thought processes. It's all opinion, mind you, but it's interesting to listen to. If you, you know, if you're on YouTube, look him up, Coach Redpill. The guy's kind of full of himself. But, you know, doesn't mean what he says isn't at least partially along the right lines. Yep. Now we're just waiting for the respawn. Then we're probably going to hop into Upper Guck since it's just two of us tonight, and see if we can get some drops for our gnomes. Oh, excuse me. Assuming the stream holds out. God, we're dropping frames left and right. Yeah, he played that right. He threw out the fat jokes, and then he just treated it like it never happened. And kind of put Little Kim in a position where he had to go ahead with the meeting, because he called the meeting off. Kim Jong-un did, and then Trump said, "Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. We'll just, you know, we'll cancel the meeting then." You know, like it was no big deal. There it is. This freaking microphone's right in my face. No, I'm just talking about initially when they had the meeting scheduled. Kim Jong-un backed out, and instead of, like, you know, throwing a big old hissy fit about it, Trump just said, "Oh, okay, okay, fine, that's fine. You know, I got other things to do." So, and then within 24 hours, the meeting was back on again. Oh, if that would have happened, that would have been war, and China wouldn't have been able to do a damn thing about it. China would have just backed off completely and left North Korea to their own devices. That's the absolute worst thing they could do. Nothing says active war like killing a leader of a foreign nation. He's not that stupid. He knows he doesn't stand a chance. We'd wipe out the entire country in an afternoon, literally. Oh yeah, yeah. Now it would be a good opportunity for somebody to wipe out North Korea, you know, if that was their goal. I imagine security was top notch, though. You know, North Korea being what it is, they can be a little more rude about security measures. So I guarantee you anybody that got anywhere even remotely close was properly vetted. It's so hard to... Oh, god damn it. Come on, get up the fucking ladder, you fat ass. Jesus. And if word got out that, you know, somebody did make even an attempt, I guarantee you they would leave no stone unturned until they found that person and exacted all kinds of revenge. Pence. You know, or, you know, Trump if he's still around. No, I think he's pretty safe. Okay, that's to Lower Guck. Isn't it? No, guess not. There was a time when I would. There was a time when, you know, despite how corrupt the rest of the government was, the Secret Service was always, but not anymore. Not after, not after the Obama administration. The rot's too deep. Although I'm sure he did a thorough house cleaning when he came into office regarding the Secret Service. You never hear anything about the Secret Service because it's the Secret Service. So I don't know. I don't know. My stance anymore, basically, is that the government, then don't trust it. You know. Most terrifying words you can ever hear. some of it's going to start healing. Oh, my bash is going up. Very nice. Nah. Not if he can help it. I bust his chops all the time, but he actually is pretty good at his job. Bears, Gathorn. I hope he knows where he's going, because I am completely lost. Whoa, somebody had a bad day. I'm very tempted to do that though, to switch over to Linux. Oh, I can't tell you. Yeah. Yeah. You can't be 400 pounds and doing cocaine. It just doesn't work very well. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Quite a life. I wouldn't want it. With a hooker doing blow. Yeah. It does. I had a little to do with it back in the late 80s. Everybody did back then, though. I mean, Christ, are practically putting it in the water. It was the thing to do back then. Pretty much. Pretty much. That's about the extent. I've never done math that I'm aware of. It's possible I did and just don't know it, but what's going on, Blue? Oh, tie. Monster Hunter. How is that game? People keep talking about it. This is the only game I'm allowed to play. If I try to play anything else, people start yelling at me. So I have to sneak them in when nobody's looking. I have to turn off the Discord. Gotta skin them all. Very nice. Oh, wait, Monster. No, never mind. Thinking of a different game completely. Jesus Christ, how many frames am I going to drop tonight? Up to 2,600 drop frames. We are not having a good night, folks. Actually, shit, I forgot to adjust something when I restarted the stream, so it's probably blurry as hell looking right now. What is he, level 42? The ghoul? I doubt it. From what I gather, he hits really hard and really fast. I don't know if Druid heals would be enough to overcome or to compensate for it. Give me another level or two, and probably. Jesus. Up to 3,100 frames dropped. I might have to end the stream early tonight, actually. Figure out what the hell's going on. Have I been drinking? I don't drink. I don't drink. I was tinkering with stuff earlier, and I changed some settings, and I forgot to change them back when I fired up the stream, and then I forgot to change something back when I restarted the stream, and it's all just a mess now. Yeah, I don't drink. I haven't touched a drop in years. I wouldn't say I was clean. I just don't drink. I really want to know what it looks like now. I always turn the playback off, so I can never see what it looks like, except for on the Discord. But that doesn't give you an accurate depiction. Or I mean on the OBS. Yeah. sometimes the auto res takes into account your processing and network speeds and whatnot, and it'll slowly start to bump you back up to 720 or whatever the resolution of the thing is. I was doing this in 1080, but for some reason I can't do it anymore, and it's really bothersome. Something's wrong somewhere, so I'm just probably going to have to reinstall everything, operating system and everything. I install and uninstall a lot of stuff, a lot of games, a lot of whatnot, software. I really need to stop doing that. Because it just makes a mess of everything. And Windows being as sloppy and messy as it is, you have to constantly defragment when you're doing a lot of that. You don't have to do that on Linux. If you defragment Linux, you'll crash your system. It's designed to be run fragmented. Windows tries to cram everything at the beginning of the disk, you know, for a regular spinning optical disk hard drive. It tries to cram everything at the beginning of the disk, and then when you start adding programs, it adds them on at the end, and then if you install something in the middle, it pushes everything together. It causes everything to get messed up. But with Linux, it just randomly places things on the platter. So you don't have to worry about that. So you got room in front and room behind to add more or change more, you know, like for updates and that kind of thing. So it's really nice. Much better. want to make a troll now. Look at that beak. Jesus Christ. Don't touch my druid. That's my druid. Okay, I'm going to log this character off here and hop on the Ranger. Or not. No, I think I'm just going to stay on the Ranger. Shadow Knight, yeah. Yeah, I never know what I'm doing. Just ignore me. We're waiting for this troll to pop because we need another ruby. But she doesn't appear to be popping. I guess we don't have to do that. Apparently you can do the whole quest on a higher level alt, and then hand it off to your low level character. So even the finished items is just lore, that's all. And that's the finished product. Plus 5 intelligence, plus 20 hit points, plus 20 mana, minus 5 cold, plus 5 magic. Okay, that's Grob over there. She wanders back and forth, up and down the zone. Oh, that poor little dwarf. Oh, that poor little guy. He's in such a world of hurting right now. Alright, I'll be right back. I have to hit the head real quick. I'm gonna grab a coffee. We're waiting for a respawn, so be right back. course, if I did switch to Linux, I'd have to find new video editing software. Because Sony Vegas doesn't run on it. So there's that. Fortunately, there's a lot of really good video editing software available. But then I'll have to relearn it. Got a name. I don't know. Always kill things with names. What's her track? Bear with me just a second. I'm looking up if she has a spawn or something. I'm not seeing anything about a placeholder, she's just on a timer. Don't think we should get any closer. What's that? Is he swinging at me? I didn't realize I was being attacked by him. It's cute. See, there's a Guck right there. And she walks as far as here, roughly. It's a tough snake. One copper. I'm curious to see if she spawns after killing that elf. Wolf made a necro to join the group of gnomes, and he ended up out-leveling us. putzing around the Warrens, died about 10 times. Yeah, we know all about that. Got our fair share of bad encounters in there. In fact, Gathorn made a video about it. Excuse me. Where the hell is this troll? Drop more frames, up to 3,900. Where's that Slayer captain? Yeah. Don't want him. Hey Tom, what's going on? We're trying to find that second ruby. Gathorn got his. You can do the whole thing on an alt. Or you can do the whole thing on your main. Do the combine and everything. And then just pass it off to your gnome. None of the bits are, even the finished bit, none of it's no drop. We're just trying to find the troll. We got her once, but now we can't get her to respawn. Honestly, don't know how much longer I'm going to be going. I'm dropping frames left and right tonight for some reason. Something is amiss. This is where we killed the elf. Is that a Slayer? Yeah, damn it. I'm just gonna start killing shit. Gathorn broke the quest. Don't want to get too close to Grob and get Gathorn killed, because he foolishly has me on autofollow. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Okay, folks, I'm sorry for wrapping it up early, but I'm dropping frames left and right. I gotta figure out what the hell's going on. So I'm gonna wrap things up here. Thank you all for toughing it out with me. I think I know what's wrong. It's just some adjustments I have to do, but I don't want to fire it up this late. So you folks have a great evening. We'll be back on tomorrow night with the gnomes, and yeah, we'll see you then. So have a good night.